now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Shotgun snap to Nix. He escapes the pressure, gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but he sacked 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful.
Bombers.
3rd and long for him here. Put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. All the way, touchdown Denver. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead right away. Going after try is good by lots. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. On the return, here comes St. Dell. He stopped on the run back of the 27. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Penix going to throw straight away. Complete. It's for John Robinson. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Penix on 1st down. That's back to back for Dell. And he's taken down at the 30. An excellent game, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. To the sideline, it's secured by London. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get those feet down.
And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with their rookie from Michigan. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Play fake. Penix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has him on the quick hitter. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets
to a tight end, and they give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
Penix off the play action. Headed out right. Penix on the crosser. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
To the air with Penix. This one's caught. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons break the tie here in the 1st.
The kicker on for the point after.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Handoff on second and short. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So we're through one. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got a first to begin the frame. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, and you got to take advantage of that opportunity.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing third down.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
Taking a shot deep here. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
And hey, at least he held on to the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
26-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Connects downfield, on target to Dell. Offense in a hurry up here.
And the Falcons, first down.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down, Atlanta.
On the left is Robinson. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Offense to the line, second down.
Second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Penix here from the gun. He's got London left side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. Penix. That one's complete right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, the eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Brings up third down and 2.
Another carry for Robinson. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down.
4 yards. Brings up fourth down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returnable from the 1. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. it goes haywire. Fumble. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
First caught. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead.
Broncos 7.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. He's throwing it deep to the left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. So we'll get some extra help with that return. And after the interception, they're going to be down inside the 40. They've got first down here from the 36. Penix now to throw. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. You gotta wait for him.
Man downfield, and he finds London. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, first down. It's a gain of 20.
In the red zone now. Another one here to London. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
13 more yards.
Robinson can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
And the Broncos 2 yards on.
Penix now. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone.
He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get more points to end a lopsided first half. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game.
Broncos 7.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return starts, and there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. So they'll accept the miscue and take the yards. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. First down now, ball at the 33. They're going play fake with Penix. Caught by the open man. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get more points to end a lopsided first half. Drake London with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. Time left effort, maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. And they're ready to send it away. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. So 1st down from the 41. We'll go play action. Here's Penix. This is a heater going deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Moving the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
On 2nd down, Robinson. He dodged the tackle. And we might be close to this lead growing again. And that play gives him a 1st and goal.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense. Because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend. The centerpiece for this offense. Trying to chew up that clock.
Brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
37.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Trying for the deep ball. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
They pitch it to him. Makes the tackle. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down. Nix from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll get it to him inside. There's 5 on that play, maybe 5 more now on 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First and 10 from the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Move now to the running back. He's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 6.
To throw, here's Nix. Throw came out wide as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Dumped off to his running back. They are on it, short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Going for it with Harvey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Like sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
Looking inside the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Falcons get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Penix working from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Into the hands of Dell. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd down. It's money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Falcons football, and they hold a commanding advantage in this one. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. To the air with Penix. Has it downfield working the left. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Looking 25 on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're in 1st and goal.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
Here's Robinson. And he's going to make it in for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons Falcons running them out of the building. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third total score of this game. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Forced out to his right. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Ready?
Blowing back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to him. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8. Goes to the hurry up here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's trying to push the field. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Ready? Waste of time.
On third down, here's Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, I don't know what more to say. Just a dominating effort, really, in every phase. To put up a score like this in this league, it's hard to do. It takes all 3 phases to get it done. And mercifully, well, we're getting closer to the end of this one.
On first down, here's Penix. Escapes the pocket. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense. He had another chance to take a shot on him.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. Running here with Bijan. And they bring him down. It looks like he got it to the 27. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Falcons about to stay unbeaten once again. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Staying with Robinson. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Escapes the defender. They can't stop him. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few...
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Falcons continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons continue adding on to that lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Setting them on the dive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. And they're going to throw. No spike. Trying to catch him off guard. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up for